Kevin with Guard Defense Solutions. I'm here with Justin Edwards. We're up here in Willoughby Hills, Ohio, teaching a seminar for law enforcement, and we started talking about violent encounters. Do I have the option of like handcuffing in front, right? In law enforcement, we always think about handcuff in the back, or hands go behind your back, hands go behind your back, always. But if I've just been in an all-out fight and I got a guy mounted, and we talk about mount and how we do that technically, and I'm just kind of getting to that exhaustion point, is an option. Could I put handcuffs on from the front and just kind of hold until the cavalry gets there? So we've been working on this little technique, and we're going to show that today. Justin, if you don't mind, down. So in our seminars, we talk about kind of the technical way to mount and kind of ride this guy out until his energy gets low. And so I won't go through all the details of that, but typically if he gives me a little hip action bump, and I can ride him here for a long time. And as he gets tired, and I feel like he's kind of exhaustion point to where I can start making this handcuff, I can get off him and start trying to roll him belly down and prone him out like we always know to do. But what we want to do is try to just explore this other option. So what we came up with here is just to get handcuffs on until the cavalry gets here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swing down wide, nice deep grip, and I'm going to run up here, and I'm going to come and get this second one here, right here. My hands go flat on the mat. When I take this guy, his limbs away from his body, he gets real weak, right? So Justin's real strong. His elbows are in here, he's good and strong, he can build that frame. But when I start separating the arms away from the body, he gets weaker and weaker. So if I can use my core to stretch him out and my core to stretch him out, and I bring him here, and I've isolated those deltoids, I've made him significantly weaker. What I do is palms down on the ground. I'm going to use this flat hands. I'm going to slide my guard up and pinch his shoulders, just like this. From here, I stay tight on here. If you can see, I got my weight all on the top of his chest, and I'm staying tight, and I'm keeping him extended. I'm keeping him weak, as weak as possible right here. And when I come up, I'm going to start from scratch here just a little bit so you can see the full flow. I stretch him, palms down. I come up and I pinch his shoulders with my knees. From here, I kind of collect both his arms like this. I'm nice and deep, collecting both arms. As I extend him up and pull him up all the way tight, and then my hips come forward. As I bring him up and my hips come forward, I'm locking out the joints, locked out the shoulders, locked out the elbows, and I have him collected. If he's still decently compliant, what I'm gonna do is just give him verbal commands. Put your palms together. Put your palms together. And we're gonna collect a couple fingers just like this. Nice, strong hips. Look, my hips are into his elbows. I'm not trying to break his elbows or rip his shoulders out of place. I'm just keeping him stretched out. From here, now I've collected him enough to go fetch my handcuffs, and I can put handcuffs on from the front. We always talk about preloading your cuffs so you can operate them with one hand, so hopefully you already are doing that and working that. So palms together, sir. Collect a handful of fingers. I reach back, handcuffs out, handcuff on, and then I can hold these handcuffs, right? I have a handle, I can rest. I can get on the radio, hey, send me some help. If he gets squirrely, I have a couple different options. I can take that middle cuff and I can just run him home and bury his hands back here. I can also bail on this thing if I have to, but I have some options, right? I can also just bury those cuffs right into his chest and hold. If I have the middle of those handcuffs, I can just bury him down right into the middle of his chest and hold, get on the radio, have one hand operating. I have good subject control. I can check my surroundings, right? So we're just gonna do this one more time, walk through. I've been working him. He's exhausted. I feel pretty good. I'm ready to handcuff. Look, hand comes down, nice and deep. I run one high, go fetch that second one, run it high. My palms are down. I use my palms. Climb up him. Once my knees are around his shoulders, they clamp. That locks those in place. I stay tight here. Gather both legs. Both arms, these are arms. I grab both arms. As I pull him up, my hips come forward, keeping him stretched out. Sir, palms together, palms together, palms together. Get these fingers, no space for him to work. Once I have a handful of fingers, go fetch my cuffs, cuff on, cuff on. Cool? So just an option. I don't me know if you're comfortable with that or not, but we've been playing with it and we've been teaching in these seminars and guys have seemed to like it. Maybe we just keep him there, my backup comes and now I have more officers. Now we can uncuff, roll him, prone him out, and then put the cuffs back on where we want them, back behind the back. But in a sicky situation, maybe I have people showing up, I just want to get some cuffs on right here. I know we've always been trained, put your hands behind your back, put your hands behind your back, roll to your belly, but it's an option to think about. So we're trying to put more videos out like this, add more content. We got guys like Justin and more instructors coming. If you like this video or you like the techniques, let us know. If you have suggestions, if you've been in a situation, whatever you need, leave it in the comments below. Hopefully we can address some of those topics in the future. Awesome. As always, stay safe. This is the part where I always